My name is Mila Reyes, and we are on another show of Maniac TV, la antena del rock y el metal. So we have today here Anders Friden. It's such a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for accepting our interview.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I would like to start the interview asking, how do you see the Latin American scene?
Well, I know for a fact that you love your heavy metal, and whenever we've been there, people are very loud and passionate, and we love the coming there. We don't go that often, but we really like it when we're there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. What is your expectation about our country's concert?
Just that everybody has a good time. That's why we are there. We there's so much shit going around in the world that whenever we play, we just want people to come there and then relax for 1.5 hours or 2 hours whenever we play, and just forget about the outside world and just enjoy themselves and let go of all the frustration that is in their normal lives and just enjoy the music, and we can share the love for the music.
I agree with you a lot because a concert is a moment where you leave everything behind and you just focus on the music, and you're just part with the band. You're a
Yeah,
part of the band too.
yeah, and the more the crowd go crazy and the more crazy we go, and to me, playing live is it's about sharing energies back and forth, and I love that, and we have such great fans, and we feel treated really well wherever we go in the world. So
Yes, especially in Latin America, people is so open and so kind and so
oh,
warm.
oh yeah.
Okay, what was your motivation to choose Ecuador as part of your tour, and what are your expectations of this concert?
I mean, we want to go, you know, to all continents, I would love to play anywhere, really, so for us to come to Ecuador where we've never been before, it's a dream come true. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll see. The good thing about being a touring musician, that I get to see a lot of places. The bad thing is that I don't have time to see a lot of places because you go there and you play a show and you leave. But maybe we have a day off or so where we can explore more, and maybe I have to come back for a vacation, and spend some more time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I strongly recommend you to do it because Ecuador is such a beautiful country, beautiful landscapes. I have interviewed some other musicians that are from abroad,
Yeah,
and they say the landscapes are incredible, and they go on a round trip. They say, "Oh, the landscapes are incredible," and I agree because the landscapes here are incredible. So if you want to get back, so really welcome.
thank you.
Okay, so In Flames has an incredible performance that has been known to when you won the Grammy with the song Meteo Market. So, what can you tell to your fans that are going to come, that are going to see you on the stage?
Okay. I mean, it will be a good night. We will try to play, or we will play. I know for sure. Songs from the early days, the mid years, and we will share stuff from the latest albums as well. So we try to incorporate every element that is in Flames, and when we play headline shows, it's way easier to show everything that's in Flames. And sometimes when you play a support slot or you play a festival, you don't have as much time. But now I'm happy that we're there, and for the first time in Ecuador, when we're there, we can play a whole show. We can't play all the songs, and maybe some people will miss their favorites, but we will try to please as many people as possible.
Yeah, that happens with. I think that every musician wants to play everything, and every attender to the concert wants to listen to everything, but time is just not enough.
Yeah,
It's never.
no. There's maybe, hopefully, nobody leaves unhappy. He'll at least hear one of their favorite songs, but we'll see. We will do our best.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure of that. So, can you tell me a little bit about the composition process of the band?
So the last few albums, me and Björn, we've rented a house in Los Angeles, and we bring recording equipment to the house where we start writing music. So we kind of live and breathe music 24/7. So whenever there's an idea, then we start writing and recording, and then we live fairly close to we try to live close to the producer and his recording studio. So whenever we write a song, we can immediately go and record it, and then we go back to a house and continue to write. And that's what we do, really. We kind of we have two, I would say, two modes when it comes to In Flames. We have a touring mode, and that's all we do. We don't really write on the road. And when we feel like it's time to do an album, that's all we think about, writing the music. And when it comes to like influences stuff, I can't really name anything, because I don't think we have. I mean, I love music. I listen to so much music and so many different genres, but I don't think there's one particular that inspiring Flames. It's just the whole, music in general, and whatever is going around us, the state of the world and so on. And especially on this last one, we had the pandemic, and it was strange for us being a touring band, and all of a sudden we could not do that anymore, and we were not with our friends, with our fans, with the crew guys. We were isolated like everyone else in the world. So a lot of frustration came into creating this last album, but it's always different from album to album, and we don't really want to. Even though we have a sound, and I think whatever we try to do, it will always sound like In Flames somehow, even though it changes through the years and changes through time. But I think we just, it should come from the heart. When we feel like we are done, we shouldn't overthink things. And when we feel like we are done with the music, and we mix the album and release the album, and then it doesn't really belong to us, belongs to the fans, and then the music goes on its own journey. But when we write, it's only us. We don't let the record company hear anything until it's done. We don't have other people coming in and say we should do this or that. It's just very organic, and it's very just us. And I love that. I love going into the studio with nothing and coming out with something that you feel as a band is 100% complete,
Yeah, I know. I think that maintains your sense and how you're feeling. I mean, writing from the bottom of your heart, writing from how you're feeling, writing is not only writing, composing is not only composing. It is like showing how you're feeling. And that is something that I consider that In Flames shows on every album, how you are feeling.
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it. It's we don't write for other people. We write for ourselves. Then we love to share the music with other people. But and I'm totally aware that not everyone agrees with what you do all the time, but it is what it is, right? I have to write for me first to be happy, because I live and breathe this music, and I'm gonna, it's gonna be mine until I die, So I have to be happy with the music.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So many composers that are my friends, when they get together to write, to compose, to play, it is like it's us against the world and no more. So that is something that I really admire from you, and it's amazing. So
I don't feel I'm working against. I'm very in my own world when I write, and I think that's the most honest way I can go about writing my music. And then of course playing live is so important, because that's when you really share everything with your fans, and it's a lot of emotions flying around and energies back and forth, and that's a whole different entity.
That makes everything more pure. And it is like a kid, because there's nothing more pure than a kid. So a kid expresses everything he feels, no filters, no anything. So you're being more than more than just a musician. You're being a person, and you're showing your humanity through your music, and that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, definitely. And I've been doing this for such a long time, so it's very much a part of my DNA, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, which moments do you consider that have been the most highlighted moments in your career till now?
Um, First time I joined In Flames, I guess. I mean, that's a highlight. The first album I did with In Flames, that's a highlight. Tons of shows. That's been high. I mean, I'm still search for that. You know, the high. I mean, I'm live it all the time, and especially now after the pandemic, I think I feel it even more, and it's become even more important to me to be uh, to treat everything with the utmost respect and understanding that it might not be there forever. I think for a while before the pandemic, it could be like bands. I can't talk other bands, but like bands like us. You know, you write an album, you record an album, you release an album, and then you expect your fans to be there, come to the shows, buy the merch, buy the albums, buy that, and it just continues like a hamster wheel, like again and again and again. You know, and then that disappeared with the pandemic, and now I really cherish every moment. I don't take anything for granted anymore. You know, there's I play the show like it could be the last, or yeah, it's become, even though I'm more relaxed, it have become more serious. If you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I
uh,
get.
yeah, so there's a lot of highlights, but I'm still searching for like that perfect album, that perfect song, that perfect lyric, that perfect show. I hope it's there somewhere. You know, we're getting close, but it's like I hope we're not. I feel we're good. We're in a good place, but I don't want to feel like I want to. I'm still searching for that extra. I don't want to think that the past, the good is behind me. You know, do you know what I mean? Like I hope for, yeah,
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
I
I don't know.
know. And you, starting from the pandemic time, it is like our lives were normal, and everything, and everyone said, "Oh, tomorrow will be the same, and tomorrow will be the same," and suddenly tomorrow was not the same,
Yeah,
and it broke everything down. It cut everything. It interrupted everything, and then it's when you think, "Okay, so tomorrow was not going to be the same as today."
yeah, I know, but well, I think during the pandemic there were a lot of times that where I did the same thing every day, but I was missing people around me and the interaction with people and that what's at least for me makes me more human when I'm around people that I love and work together with, you know, people and having constructive um, um, talks about what's going on, you know, like and sharing experience and moments and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, so uh, do you have any message or cherishing words? I mean, in this case, you have any cherishing words for your fans in Ecuador or all around the world?
No, I mean, I'm just so grateful that we can share the love of this music of heavy metal, that people are listening to what we do and they come to our shows, and I'm truly grateful, and I super excited, as I said in the beginning, to come to Ecuador for the first time and see the country, meet the people, try your food, try your drinks, you know, and yeah, have a really good time. That's it's I yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. So finally, can you send a greeting to your fans and inviting them to the show, and obviously a greeting to Maniac, the anthem of rock and metal?
Well, you know, you're more than welcome to come to your show. Bring your friends, bring your mom, your dad. Let's have a good time. You know?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anders, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for your time. And we really hope that you enjoy your time here in Ecuador.
I'm sure I will. Thank you very much for having us or having me.
Thank you so much for everything.
Right.
Take care.
Have a
Goodbye.
nice day. Bye bye.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.